Welcome back here. We're on WKYT with the latest news. People are always urged to prepare for disasters by having an emergency plan, and that plan also needs to include your pets.
Dr. Butch Schroyer from the Animal Care Clinic joins us today. Thank you very much for coming in. Very timely with this.
Absolutely.
What kind of disasters could we face here?
Well, certainly we have tornadoes that can disrupt small areas, so you can get away from those fairly well. If your house is destroyed, you don't have to go very far to get to normalcy, unlike they are in Houston. Houston's just devastated. You know, there's no safe place around at all, and even now to get out, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So tornadoes would be one. We also have areas that will flood from time to time. Again, it's going to be a much smaller area, not the widespread devastation they're facing. But still, if it happens to hit to your house, you need to have a plan of what you're going to do. So the very first thing when you start thinking about your pets, and as you need to have a plan, think ahead. It's very difficult to think when it hits. You need to have a checklist of what your plan entails too. So you just pick one sheet of paper and go right down the page and see what's going on.
What should that include?
Well, one of your plans should be figure out where you're going to go. Where do you go if a disaster is going to hit? What family member is going to be outside the zone that might be a place? Or what area do you want to go take a vacation at for a little while? You know, if you're having a disaster here, go to Florida. If you're in Florida, come to Kentucky. You know, so figure out where you're going to go. And then where you're going to go, if you're taking your pets with you, you need to make sure that's a pet-friendly area. And if it's not necessary, the hotel's not, you need to know where the boarding facility is or where the veterinarian is that can take care of your pet while you're there. So you have to investigate those areas, not the day it's happening. You need to make those investigations now.
Think ahead
so you're ready to go. So it's always think I had that plan in place. Then you need to have a kit, something you can pick up like it's in a knapsack or one of our backpacks that like the kids are carrying their books around, dragging them down. But inside that, you need to have certain things. One of those is you need to have food and water for at least 2 or 3 days. And if you're using canned food, it can stay in there for a very, very long time. Or a small bag of dry dog food so you've got it to go, or cat food. You can have a leash and a collar inside there with their own ID tag on it in case you grab them up and scoop them and run out of the house and they don't have their collar on, because it's amazing how many don't have that. Make sure your pet's been microchipped ahead of time.
Yeah, no, that's
so if
important.
you get separated, they can't lose the microchip where they can still use a collar. So you want to take their medical records, so get a copy of those in, so if you have to go someplace you can prove they're vaccinated, they're current.
Well, in a chaotic situation like Houston, I'm sure there will be tales of microchipping being the only thing that identifies
Exactly,
that kind of
absolutely.
thing.
And the important thing is have the plan.
Have
Think
the plan
ahead.
and a checklist to follow.
All right. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.